Okay, hello everybody. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to set up Linux, specifically Ubuntu, and more specifically Kubuntu, and get that to work, get that to have a working installation of Eclipse so you can do your C++ or Java or whatever, all right? Now let's get to it. So first things first, make a new virtual machine. We're going to call it Ubuntu, and I already figured out what we want. Put that setting there. Let's put, I don't know, like this amount of RAM. You can put as much as you want, but make sure it doesn't go into that red stuff. Otherwise, that's going to be bad. You want to have some backup RAM for your system, your Windows computer or whatever. Because remember, this is using your computer's RAM. This isn't just like RAM you get out of free air. What's it called? Like, you grab it out of air and it just appears magically. So whatever. Like let's do 6 gigs. Let's create a virtual hard disk. Yeah, dynamically allocated. Dynamically allocated means that it means that as you're using the system, it'll build up to that hard drive space you set. So it doesn't, like if I put 40 gigs here, that doesn't mean when we install it's gonna be immediately taking up 40 gigs away from your hard drive or SSD or whatever. So keep that in mind. All right, go to settings, set your processor, give it some cores, but remember you can't give it more cores than you have. I have 6 cores, so I'll give it 5. 5 out of 6. Well, how about let's just do 4. All right. Enable these because why not? And let's max that out for why not. And okay, go to your storage. You gotta choose your thingamajig, your disk file, the ISO file that we downloaded. So if go from the Kubuntu website, you downloaded, uh, what's it called? You downloaded the ISO from here, and then you gotta go to VirtualBox and say, okay, this is where the ISO is. What? What? Why didn't it just do VBox VGA or whatever this is? Let's try VBox SVGA. When you want to install this, make sure you choose VBox SVGA because the default settings did not make any sense and they made it so that you can't change the resolution to something sensible. And then, all right, hit OK. You launch that. And it's probably going to, yeah, it asked me again for some reason. All right, let's go. Let's do this. Oh, yeah. And make sure to install VirtualBox. I hope I don't have to make a tutorial, but why this is doing its own thing. It's just like loading up. Go to VirtualBox. Search up the VirtualBox dudes. And hit downloads. And where the heck is the builds? A Windows host. And you click and you download the exe. That's all there is to it. You hit the install and it should work. Yeah, it'll tell you what to do when you want to install it. It installs like any other normal program. Okay, hit install over here. Why the heck is this? This is weird. This window layout is weird. Okay. Yeah, English. Sure. No, actually, we don't need. Actually, no. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, let's install everything. It's a graphical user interface. I don't have to explain any of this because it's very self-explanatory. This guy just asked me what application you want to start with. I said normal installation. I said give me all the extra, give me all the DLC or whatever. Just do it. and it takes like 5 billion years to go. All right, cool. Yeah, use the entire disk. Go. Yes. And it takes like 5 billion years for it to like to install. Um, even especially since it's a virtual system. Who am I? I'm dude. Password 1234. 1234. No, actually, I don't even like that. Just put space. We're just gonna put a single space as a password. Who the heck is gonna hack this Virtualbox? Login automatically. Continue. Oh, look at that. Is trying to do the installation in the background. That's awesome. I didn't even notice that feature. I was rushing through this because I thought it would take like so long to get it to work. But we're already at 50%. So all I gotta do now is look up memes or whatever while this is finished. While this finishes up. And we can finally go to figuring out how to install Eclipse on Ubuntu. Because the way that's going to work is that we got to install OpenJDK or whatever. Assuming, of course, Kubuntu doesn't have it in its package manager. I mean, they have its app store thing. Kubuntu had, and some of the other newer Linux distros, or like more frequently updated Linux distros, they've been trying this Windows and Apple style app manager where you can just click and install stuff like this. Yeah, this Discover Software Center nonsense. Maybe for once that could help with us. Maybe for once if they actually thought to put Eclipse in their software center. Hopefully they did. But if we don't, we got to do the old-fashioned way of installing Java, in this case OpenJDK, and then after we install OpenJDK, we get to install the Eclipse nonsense and the 500,000 other things we have to do with that. All right, I have no idea what this guy's doing right now. I thought it was done. Thought it was done installing. It says done copying all the files of what happened. It lied to me. Oh, okay. I chose Kubuntu because the difference between Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Lubuntu, and the other types of Ubuntus out there is this thing called it's called the desktop environment. The desktop environment is how these windows and stuffs are designed, like this minimize and close button. In this case, it's maximize and minimize because they took out the close button because this is just the install. And you wouldn't want to close out an install because that would be pretty embarrassing. If they let you do that and you're just stuck with this nice background they put in there. So, but anyways, and the default one Ubuntu is this desktop environment called GNOME or GNOME, which is like it's like a tablet interface. There's no start menu. The way you scroll through applications is nonsense. It's too slow. And if you've been using Windows for all your life, like you hopefully should have been doing, then that's just annoying. And I say hopefully because unless of course you were lucky and you were raised with either um proper Linux distro that hopefully had all the software you wanted, or you were even more lucky and you didn't even care about modern features, said, oh yeah, I'm a true OG. I use FreeDOS, or I use MS-DOS, or maybe some other operating system, and you're amazing if you manage to live your life without Windows. I salute you, but the lingua franca or whatever they want to call it is you design your GUI like Windows because nobody else has figured out how to make a better system. That's just how it is. Kubuntu's KDE, that's the KDE's desktop environment, is pretty good. It might be better than Windows even. People say that Windows 7 and Windows 10 copied a lot of stuff from KDE. I believe them. Um, and it adds some niceties that I admit Windows doesn't have. It's KDE is better than Windows, but yeah, that's what I'm saying is that you want to have a design that's similar to that's that's similar to what the majority of people are using, okay? Because the design works. There's nothing wrong with the design, or there's nothing hugely wrong with the design. Like look like this whole notion of having a start menu where you have your applications or whatever, like that's good. What even is this? Oh yeah. Um that's convenient. You want to have all your applications be readily available. The Linux people don't understand is that having your applications spread across multiple folders and not show up in the start menu, and some of them you have to directly go to a folder and open up the terminal and do a dot slash and an executable. Like, it's not bad, but it's not organized either, and you might end up having duplicate installs of the same program and all that other stuff. And it's not as easy or relaxing. And I know this isn't their fault because they didn't the Linux community has many different solutions, and you should always have the freedom to choose how you want things done. This notion of opening up all your programs to the terminal, doing everything through the terminal, that's what the MS-DOS dudes used to do, and that's respectful. And that's also what the Unix dudes did in the 1970s, 1980s, even 1990s. But we don't have time for that. Not always, anyways. Not always. And not everyone has intelligence. You see, not everyone has the intelligence to memorize like 5 commands. And I think I'm joking about this, but people won't. People are intimidated by DOSBox, believe it or not, and and it's not that hard to believe, honestly, but it happens. A lot of people, not even in this era, not everyone will be tech literate, like not actually functionally tech literate, only good enough to open up an application in their iPhone. I don't consider that tech literate. That's like you can press buttons. Congratulations. You want an award? You want a medal? So now, after 7,000 years, the Ubuntu install is finally restarting, and it's saying, "Oh, great, great, great! This is good. We're going to get to the we're going to have actually be able to do stuff." My for one of the first videos on that I had on this channel was that Zenith OS installation. And if you remember, that took like that barely took like 3 minutes, 4 minutes to actually like install. Most of the time on that video was spending time telling you how to make poorly drawn poor drawings in with the sprite editor. Was I wasn't spending any time with I wasn't spending any time talking to you about desktop environments when I'm waiting for this thing to happen. Okay, so now we gotta go to the machine. We gotta go to settings. We gotta go to storage. We gotta. It is empty. Okay. Enter go. I didn't have to wait this long just to get an OS to install. It's ridiculous. I don't care if it's 2.5 gigabytes. How does that happen? How do you let yourself make the install time take this long? I'm on a modern system, And they've always been thinking about we gotta make our OS fit on a DVD, and rightfully so. It fits on a DVD. If I wanted to burn the ISO to a DVD, I could fit on a DVD. That's not a problem. But what is a problem is how long this takes. And these messages, I don't know what this log messages that appear every time I install Linux on a virtual machine. That happened with the Raspberry Pi OS as well. I don't all these problems that modern operating systems, especially Linux, has, and Windows, of course, is not. They're not free of charge. They're even more guilty of this, where everything takes too long, even with our newest hardware. But the excuse Windows has is that Windows never claimed to be fastest. They just claim that everything's gonna work and everything's gonna be easy. I don't have a problem with that. But in order for the Linux people to convince the Windows users that they're the cool guys, they have to understand that they're going to need to do better than this. Okay, well, first things first. No, this is horrible. This first things first. What? Let's change the resolution, because for some reason it didn't get the picture that I want to run this in something other than 640 by 480, because this is not 1998. Oh yeah, we got the. Oh, it's 800 by 600. Sorry. Let's do something a bit more. All right, 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 all right. Let's try 1600 by 900. Can I just do even 1080p? I think that should work. Yes. Great. Okay, now the actual Eclipse thing. The Eclipse guys, they hate the fun stuff. Easiest way to install Eclipse Ubuntu. Okay, can I zoom in? Yeah, zoom in a bit. Cool. So now we're installing Java. I just installed Java, sudo apt install default JRE. Cool. And we gotta wait a long time for that, because they don't like giving fast download speeds for some reason. So let's go back to DOS. Oh yeah, what is that seal? That looks cool. See, how do I run that? Wow, that's cool. That's funny. Path not found. Wow. Oh, We're done downloading the Java. Cool. Eclipse installer. Give me the Alright, hopefully this is not gonna be as painful. What the heck? It was gonna be that easy. Why did they do what they do? If I can have two installs going on at the same time. Of course, I accept everything. Wait. All right, so I got the Eclipse IDE Java thing installed. Let's see if this one's any good. Yes, launch. Nope, continue. I don't care about the old version. Old version is garbage. It's garbage. Those are the same one. It's just as horrible. Horrible. But I get. Shut up. But I guess it works. Like if I hit finish. Yeah, great. Oh, I have to click that? Cool. And what do I do? What do I say? When I want to run it, I want to do println. Println. Goodbye. Why does it say it's wrong? What's wrong with this? Why do I have to keep... I have the screen maximized and it has to be maximized too. Could not create this view. I don't care. Run. You know what? Let's I don't know anything about Java, so let's just get out of this. This is a lost cause. But I mean, it's installed. I don't know why they gotta make it this complicated, man. Why they gotta make this complicated? I'm just gonna title this video "How to Install Eclipse for C++." I'm assuming that the C++ part is gonna go smoother. So maybe I did something wrong. I don't know. I mean, I did do something wrong, but like what that is, I don't know. It's ridiculous. Yay. Java. Why did he even recommend using Eclipse in the first place? Why? What? I just want to name it, man. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know what that is. Next. Garbage. See, how come Java doesn't have this Hello World default project in the first place? This is ridiculous. Go. Actually, this is what I want. Death to copyright. Okay. Okay, actually, no. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I like saying that for some reason. Okay. I don't know what Oh man, I think I make a new project and they don't think, oh yeah, maybe we should open that project. Stupid. It's really stupid of them to not. The selection cannot be launched and there are no launches. What? What is this? Do I have to build? Build all. Okay. No Docker. What the heck is a Docker? I don't know anything about a Docker. Lo. Ah! All right, you know what? I don't even care anymore. It's installed. Eclipse is installed, and if you like using Eclipse, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for wasting your time, but we got it installed, and I'm not going any further than this because install using Eclipse to write C++ is a horrible idea. I'm going to show you how you're supposed to actually write C++ programs. It's like this. It's like this. You just write a text file, and you write it there, and you compile on the same directory. Why would you even use this? I might even want to use that part. Oh yeah, that's actually what's it called? Something stupid like this. You know, that's my own fault. I should have just gone with IO. I, I should. What was it called again? Maybe it's just. No, that doesn't sound right. Oh, stdio.h. That's what it is. Lol. Funny. And you just run that, and that. This epic fail is brought to you by Gatorade. I've no idea. This is infuriating. I've spent all this time trying to install Linux and get Eclipse to work. Why do people insist on using this? I got a better suggestion than using Eclipse. You use it for C++. Use this thing called repl.it, and you just start. Oh, what is this? If they want me to log in, I might as well use up my actual account. And you just do stuff here. Wait, I wonder, shouldn't they have Java as well? Yeah, they have Java. Why would you even use this? Why wouldn't you use this? I mean, like why did they why did they insist? This time I will actually be able to get a Java program running. You know, the only problem is that interpreting or compiling is going to take longer, but I don't care. But I think there are better, like besides what I just showed you with GCC. Can't I just hold on a second? Let's just copy paste that. Wait, what? And what is? No, hold on. .java. Okay. So I will call this .java, and I open that with Kate, and I do this, and I save it, and I go to bash. What is JDK? Right. This is called, the command is called JDK. Open JDK. What did I do? Oh, JRE. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, good. I have Java installed at least. I don't have. All right, so if I do Java, and what was it even called? Yeah, Java, a little the Java. That works. Why even bother with Eclipse? I'm still uploading this even though everything ended up turning out horribly. Because why not? But yeah, that's the end of this video after like a bunch of editing gets done with it. And hopefully you never subject yourselves to Eclipse ever again. Just use repl.it .jar, and if you want to actually program, like you want to have a compiled, or I mean actually run the source file, then just run it. Run it with the terminal, the Java command, the G++ command, and don't run it with this broken software. To any professor that tells you to use Eclipse, you don't listen to them. They are wrong. If you need a good IDE, you use the online repl IDE. You can have multiple files here, and it would work. Pain. This is painful, man. All right, good night.